And we're live.
Hey, welcome to it. Feel Good Friday. How are you? I'm Paul Sullivan. I'm your host. Billy, by the way, who is, I'm just calling it Feel Good Friday with Paul Sullivan now. I'm not calling it Feel Good Friday with Paul and Billy because Billy's on the road again. But no, he's on the road for a good reason, by the way. Good morning to Smith, our producer behind the scenes there. How you doing this morning?
Morning. I'm doing well.
I tell you what, Billy's family, he's got him and April. They've really got some good athletes. I mean, they really do. They've got some really good athletes in their family. And congratulations to his latest successful child athlete, Chloe Merritt. Chloe, they're actually heading up to Detroit for the National Weightlifting Championships. So Chloe qualified as an upcoming ninth grader. Way to go, Chloe. That's so awesome. Tell you what, about the only thing that I lift, well, you know, this is coming up a little bit later. A little bit later in the show, not right now. So I do a lot of lifting with that. But good morning to Frankie Surge, Captain USA, as we like to call him. My mom, good morning, Mom. Mary Sullivan Moore there with a comment. We appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, congratulations to Chloe Merritt, who qualified for the National Weightlifting Championship. And, and another, one of our ninjas, one of our folks here, if you will, at Billy Merritt Marketing, Joey Arvidsson, his daughter Piper. This is such a cool story. Now, obviously, I'm wearing my Cubs hat again. By the way, I will throw this in before I talk about Piper for a minute. A lot of people are talking about, you always wear Cubs gear. So theoretically, if you'll see on my shirt here, Smith, theoretically, this is not necessarily a Cubs gear. It's Wrigley Field. It's where the Cubs play. So, it sort of fits both ways. Yes, I'm still supporting my Cubs, but at the same time, first show ever where I haven't been wearing at least first show of 2021 that I haven't been wearing Cubs stuff. So, yeah, so there you go. So, but again, by the way, so Piper, Joey's daughter Piper, she was in the All-Star softball tournament, and she got not one but two unassisted double plays. She made two double plays by herself. So two unassisted double plays, and she hit a home run in the same game. That's like unheard of. So, I mean, congratulations again to Piper on a job well done. Lots of the children playing sports and having some fun. My Cubs, what a night for my Chicago Cubs. Now, they played the Dodgers. So they're playing in LA, which means here on Eastern time, that means that the games don't start until like 10 after 10 p.m., which just blows, but I pay for the MLB network. So what I did was I watched about an hour of it live last night. And then this morning I got up because again, nobody's from here. So no one tells me if the Cubs won. Made sure I stayed off all the, I didn't turn the TV on, didn't look at Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Watched the rest of the game. So it was very exciting, but the Cubs had a combined no-hitter. So they actually shut out and no hit the World Series champion LA Dodgers. So wow, what a game that was! 4 pitchers, by the way. It wasn't combined. It wasn't one pitcher that had a no hitter, but still to no hit the world champion Dodgers. That's pretty impressive. So I mean, 4 pitchers that it took. So they won last night 4-0 with the no hitter, the combined no hitter. First time in Cubs history, by the way, which is a long history, that they had a combined no hitter. And so that kept them in first place. So go Cubs. We're still rocking and rolling. It's almost July and we're in first place. So that is a good thing. Hey, got a couple other shout outs and congratulations too. Congratulations to Joseph and Hannah. Joseph is my girlfriend Brenda. It's her nephew. Their wedding is actually tomorrow. They're getting married. I have to work. So Brenda and her family, they're going up. So congratulations again to Joseph and Hannah getting married tomorrow. Hope you guys have great weather and a great life and great marriage. So congratulations and good luck to you. Also, shout out to my buddy Dusty Rhodes and his wife Abby, who are watching the show. I know they are. Abby, she's a rock star. I got to say, Smith, she's a rock star. She takes on so much stuff as a mom, as a grandmom, as a wife. I mean, a worker. A lot of moms don't really get the credit that they deserve. Now, I realize that, in my teaser, I talked about some things that happened on Father's Day. Okay. So, last weekend it was Father's Day, but again, I want to throw out, moms really, I mean, come on, let's face it. I mean, now I'm not saying that there are not dads out there that don't hold up their end, or that do a fair amount. All right. But let's face it. I mean, if you're comparing, moms versus dads, moms always win. I mean, they always take they take lots more responsibility. They're more supportive most of the time. They do, most of the work. Dads, well, they come home and they do this. But not all of them. But again, for all the dads out there, I hope you had a great Father's Day. So Smith, did you do anything special with your dad on Father's Day?
I'd say it was essentially same as usual. We went to church, played music together. Typical Sunday, I guess, in a lot of ways.
Just a typical Sunday. What kind of son are you? Just a typical. See, that's why. That's why dads don't do the extra work, man. They're like, I'm not going to get anything in return, so you know what? We'll let moms handle. No, I'm kidding. Lots of dads do more than their fair share. But guess, you did nothing.
I guess that's pretty much always our Sunday. We get up, go to church after breakfast, play music, watch a bunch of Chicago PD before we all go to bed.
Wow.
That's Sunday.
That was such an impressive Father's Day for your dad. Boy, that was
no kidding.
You really put in the effort there, Smith. Boy, I tell you. I mean, did you get him a card or anything?
Oh,
that means no. He had to stop and think about it. So that means no. That means no, he didn't.
we cooked. That's really about it.
You cooked.
That's about.
I mean,
I can't even remember what it was.
All right. So wait a minute. I was just going to say, I'm like, so wait, was it like a special meal that your dad wanted? Because when you say we cooked, well, you guys cook every day. Everybody cooks every day.
True.
So I mean, did you cook him something special like that he wanted, or was it one of your, ramen noodle creations that you wanted?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain we were having steak, but we've been having a lot of steak lately.
So it's a rough life. Smith, ooh, yeah, we've been having a lot of steak lately. I tell you what, nothing special on Father's Day because we have steak all the time. That's hilarious. Hey, by the way, Billy chiming in saying good morning and thanks for the shout out to Piper. Her team is comprised, by the way, of all first-year players because of COVID canceling the season last year. But they were runners up in the district. They won 4th in the state tournament, and they worked really hard and really proud of all of them. So, and that's the thing. Now, did you play sports when you were a kid, Smith?
I mean, not on any teams or anything. I play a little football during recess and the like, but that's really about it.
Okay, so but not on an actual organized team or anything like that?
No, my parents were a little worried about the whole growth thing on my arm. We weren't really sure what to think of it yet, so they didn't want me playing football or anything like that.
So that's why you became a video game player.
I reckon so. I've been a bit of a hermit for a long time, though.
Smith is a video athlete. That's what they call themselves now, video athletes. No, in all seriousness, I really do. I think that team sports and just sports in general, I think that it's good for kids to play. Now, I'm not going to get on the soapbox and go into a long rant about this, but I am not a fan of the whole participation trophy BS.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Sure.
I don't like that. If you win first place, you get a trophy. Okay. If you win second place, you get an attaboy. That's what you get. You get a way to go. You give it a good try, but you don't win anything.
No gold, silver, bronze.
No, not for me. I mean, I think kids need to learn, you don't get a reward or a prize for showing up. That's kind of what leads us into that new generation that, people not wanting to work, and all this kind of stuff. But like I said, I'm not going to go into that. It's a feel good Friday. So it's not bitch a lot Friday. So it's feel good Friday. So I'm going to stay on the positive side. So again, congratulations to Piper and to Chloe and all the child athletes, if you will, that are out there working hard. And I tell you what, traveling teams, people that are on traveling teams, man, that's some work right there. That's work for the parents. I mean, it really is. That's tough. I mean, you're taking kids all over the place. I mean, it costs a lot, takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So, I mean, when parents do that, they really support their kids. So a big shout out to the parents as well. So, all right, let's move into, I mean, I opened it right when I walked in because I thought I was going to start with it, but we do the show on the fly. So everything's kind of up and around. I don't even give Smith notes anymore. I just like that, he's just like, just wing it, just follow along there, Smith. So, all right. So you can't really see it. I got to figure. Yeah, hey, look I got it right this time. I use my right arm. I point to the beer. Now you can't really see it very well, but this is such an unusual beer. I got to tell. I mean, now when I
like
sent you that, I didn't give you like an outline of what we're going to cover, but I always send you the image of the beer and the classic rock revisit that we'll do a little bit later in the show. But now, what did you think when I sent this to you?
Well, you never opened my reply when you said no Billy today, more beer for me. I said you can have it. That beer looks spooky.
Oh, I did not see it. You're right. I didn't see it. Shoot. I didn't know. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can have it. That beer, that beer looks spooky. The name, and I got to read this one because I can't just, I got to make sure I say it right. This is Corson Dunk Pater Double or Double, depending on how you pronounce it. But this is actually Corson Dunk is the brewery, and I mean Corson Dunk. That to me sounds like almost like what do they call it? Like bloopers. Like on the most funniest videos. Right. Oh, he did a Corson Dunk. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a flub or something like that. Corson Dunk. But no, it's a very unusual beer. It's actually it's a Belgian beer again.
Okay.
It's brewed and bottled in Belgium, but it's 7.5 ABV, alcohol by volume. So it's a little bit stronger than your normal beer, and it's a little bit darker too. So this is definitely not a summer beer. And even though it is middle of the summer, I bought this in North Carolina, trying some different beers. I always like to do that. That's why I do beer of the week, the recommendations. So this Corson Dunk Pater or Patter, depending on how you pronounce it, is actually, it's got a dark, it's dark in color. You can't see it's in the bottle, but it's kind of a darkish red color, but it's actually really good. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's malty, so it's dark and it's got that sweet malty flavor. Almost got like fruit, like and when I say fruit, I don't mean like it's fruity, like figs. You know how like figs have that kind of like real robust kind of flavor, if you will. So it kind of has that. So anyway, so cheers to you. So Smith, you can talk about something for a second. Go ahead.
I was about to reach for my Coke. What do I talk about?
Okay, time's up. You blew your chance.
I forgot I was going to talk about the freaking artwork on the beer.
Okay, all right. So talk about the artwork on the beer.
Well, I wish I could. Maybe I could just like zoom in. Yeah, but like it looks like one of those like glass, one of those glass paintings they would have in the windows in like a Catholic church. Or something.
Like a church. Yeah,
and there's like a lady in blue robes holding a child.
Yeah, that's real beer worthy.
Kind of creeps me out.
Is that the after effects of the beer?
I don't know.
You have the beer, then you go to church, you have a baby, that whole guy on that thing. Or you have the baby, then you go to church. I don't know what the deal is.
Whatever it is, I don't like it.
Well, the beer is actually good. I know you're not really a beer guy. Robert Brooker, by the way, thank you to you for joining us. He said, Belgium, this is where the founder of our old show lives, Simon. Also, there's nothing more powerful than a sore winter. Go up one. Go back up one. There's nothing more powerful than a sore winner. Actually, why don't you read that?
There is nothing more powerful than a sore winner rubbing your nose in their victory to ensure that you will train harder than ever before, and then thank them for helping ensure that you would win when it counted, and feel for them and hope they learned something from the experience.
Hey, leave that comment up. Leave that comment. Now, look at the screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
There.
Billy's comment done the same thing.
Look at that. It's like that moving the moving hat game. Like, which one's it under? The little ball. Which hat is it under? Which hat is it under? Follow the ball. Anyway, so Robert, thanks for the comment. Shane Spires said stained glass is the word you're looking for. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Shane, for the help. Smith was a little bit off on that.
I should have went to bed earlier.
Apparently. Are you sure you didn't drink one of these before the show?
No.
Okay, just checking. Did we miss anybody in the comments, by the way?
Let's see.
Move up, go back, whatever. Is there anybody we missed?
Scrolling. I think we got all the same people. Frankie, how do you say his last name? Surge did say Enterprise Kia coming up in July.
All right, Frankie, we'll be looking for you at Enterprise Kia, one of our dealerships. Which that's a good point. I'll bring that up too. Don't forget, that's what we do. Billy Merritt Marketing. We work with car dealerships. We help move metal. I mean, that's what we do. We help promote. We do marketing. We do Facebook campaigns. So if you're a car dealership or you're working at a car dealership, here's the thing. If you're a car salesman, all right, you know that what you need is more customers. And if you're like reliant on your dealership, and you're going, man, these guys just spend money on TV and radio and digital and, newspaper. Yeah, there's newspaper. Yeah, there's still some dealers, but they buy newspaper. They spend money on all this stuff and it doesn't do any good. All right. So if you're one of those salesmen, all right, I want you to stop complaining and go tell your boss to contact me. All right. Contact us here at Billy Merritt Marketing. All right. You can go to billywmerritt.com. You can look us up on Facebook. You can look me up on Facebook. Send us a message. I'll be glad to do a demo. I'm glad to give them more information to get you more customers. That means more sales and that means more money in your pocket. So if you're a car salesman, you're a general manager, you own a car dealership, check us out right there. Smith's all over it. BillyMerritt.com. So be sure and check that out. And if you want more information, we'll be more than glad to help you do that. More information on the beer of the week. Well, I tell you what, you can go to CorsonDunk.com. Put that in the comments, will you, Smith? CorsonDunk.com. So it's pretty funny. No, you got that's a weird picture. That's not the one that's on the bottle. You got the glass one. I always got to figure out where I'm at.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird website.
With the background. Now that's a bigger one. You can buy it. It's the bigger side. This is like the regular 12. Well, they do 11.2 ounces all the time, but it's like the basic 12-ounce beer that we normally buy. But that's the newer one. That's the bigger size. It's like a liter, I think it is, and it's glass that has the white painted and like there's no paper label. So it's like embossed or whatever you want to call it. That's painted on the bottle. So but you can kind of see it. It's hard to see it. It's hard to make it out. But yeah, there's a woman holding a baby in front of stained glass that looks like a church on a beer bottle. So cheers. Whoever came up with that, not really sure. But although I guess it is monks, a lot of monks make beer. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a religious thing. That's part of their thing. But so check it out, Corson Dunk. They do have a few other ones too. They make a lighter beer, so they're not all heavy. They're not all heavy duty. But there's a few lighter ones that they make. So check them out, Corson Dunk. That's gonna be my word of the week too. Corson. Oh man, you stupid Corson Dunk. That's what it sounds like to me. It just sounds like a derogatory term or like a slip up or flub if you want to call it that. So okay, so for Father's Day, you did absolutely nothing.
Essentially, we just chilled. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. So you just love you, Dad. Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks
honestly, this is one problem with, I guess, my routine lately. All the days just kind of blend together. Every day is essentially the same. Other than, an hour or two on Wednesday, an hour or two on Friday, depending on the week.
So give us the 30-second version of a day in the life of Smith.
Day in the life of Smith.
Yeah, so you roll out of bed at what time? Roughly. Approximate. 30 seconds. Go.
It's going to be between 10 and 11:30 most of the time. Sometimes
10 and 11:30 in the morning?
Sometimes I get up when I mean to. Usually, I'm not going to lie, I usually sleep in.
That's why he didn't get his dad anything for Father's Day. Sleeps the day away. 10, 11 o'clock.
Okay, so from there, I go straight to the shower, get out of the shower. I'll either have a bagel or I'll make like some eggs, something quick, but not too unhealthy. Then I'll go hop on the bike for 10, 15 minutes. And then usually after that, it's straight to the computer. I'll either work on some music or work on editing a video for an hour. Then I'll go hop on the bike again for 5, 10 minutes. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Around 8 p.m., I usually go sit down and have sorry, got a cough for some reason.
Yeah, he goes and has a
funny
vapor.
around 8 p.m. We usually sit down and start watching Chicago PD. That's what we've been on lately.
So the shortened version, now I asked for 30 seconds, so I'll give you the 7-second version.
Okay.
Right? Smith gets up really late at like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. He tries to eat healthy, but he drinks junk all day long. Rides the bike sometimes, spends the time on the computer, and watches Chicago PD.
Yeah.
A day in the life?
It's a day in the life.
Did I hit it in 7 seconds? Pretty close.
Got it, man.
Pretty close. So Smith, nothing special for Father's Day. Way to go. Again, I'm just going to keep bringing that up. That you did nothing. You did absolutely nothing for your dad.
But I played the guitar really good at church.
Did you play it for your dad? Did you say this one goes out to Dad?
No.
See, there you go. Well, let me tell you about my Father's Day. All right. So I was on call, if you will, for our work. So, because sometimes we're unsure of how busy and things are going to get. So I was kind of on call in case somebody gets sick or anything like that. So I was on call Sunday. So no big deal. And so I started off the morning, just, checking like I normally do, kind of checking the events, making sure everything's right, everything's correct, everything's good to go, and making sure everybody shows up. Kevin, he was our early bird guy. He was the first one in. I made sure he was here. Then, I was like, all right, cool. So I'm good. So I worked for about an hour or so, basically, checking on things, making sure everything was good. Then my special day, and keep in mind, again, remember, this is Father's Day, my special day. So I worked for about an hour. By the way, I got up like I normally get up, not 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. I got up at like 5:20, 5:30, something like that. So I got up and, like I said, just kind of hung out, have coffee, scroll through Facebook, look through a couple things for work, stuff like that. So then it's about 8:15-ish, something like that. So about 8:15, get in the shower. Then I go grocery shopping. I go to Walmart. Oh yeah, everybody loves Walmart. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Woo. Didn't you used to work there?
I did for nearly 5 years.
See, so Smith, he can give you the inside scoop on Walmart. We might have to ask him about some of those Walmart stories.
Sure can.
But
crazy.
So I go to Walmart and I walk in, and this is just crazy. Now, for those of you who maybe don't know, I used to work in radio. I was in radio for a long time, about 25 years or so. And been in Georgia for 20, something like that, 20-some years, 23 years, somewhere in there anyway. And when I was on the radio for about 20 years here in Georgia. So a lot of people know me from being on the radio and stuff like that. And that's fine. I mean, I'm always very polite and, and I'm grateful. I mean, when they came, oh, hey, Paul, hey, how you been? So a lot of people know me. I don't necessarily know them. They know my voice. They know what I look like. Some of them do, obviously, because they come up and talk to me. And, so I go in, this is the first thing when I go into Walmart this past Sunday. I go in and the lady, they had a greeter, she's like, hey, it's the radio man, and I said, hey, I used to be, but hey, thanks for listening when you did, just like a pleasantry as I'm pushing my cart, making my way. And she goes, hey, well, did you know about Bobby Bones? Did you know that he did? And she goes into this long thing. I'm like, this is the face of someone who doesn't give a.
And then Paul said, you stupid Corson donk.
That's it. What are you, some kind of Corson dunk? Corson dunker. Maybe I need to change that. You stupid Corson dunker. But so she goes into like this 5-minute rant about, some other radio. I'm like, I don't care. I just want to get in. I want to get out. I want to get my stuff, get my groceries, that kind of thing. So anyway, I go in. I was polite though. I did the full conversation with her. I go, going to get my groceries. I'm over there by the dairy, the milk, and all that kind of stuff. Another lady comes up. She was like, "Happy Father's Day, Paul." I was like, she's being polite. And I said, "Oh, thank you." It was a woman, and I said, "Thank you very much." And she's like, "So, what did you guys do for Father's Day this year?" And I said, "Well, you're looking at it." I thought she was talking to like about me. I said, "Well, you're looking at it. My big day, consists of coming to Walmart and getting groceries." And she goes, "No, I mean on the radio." And I'm like, "What?" Like, what did you guys do for Father's Day on the radio? I haven't been on the radio in 3 years. Hello. So kind of put it into perspective on how many people actually listen to the radio, which is why I got out when I did. Sadly, I mean, radio is a big thing to me. I've said this, before. Don't want to go on the big rant, but radio was a big deal to me as a kid. And now, some people still listen to it. And I mean, I wish it was still as valuable as it once was, but it's just not. So, but anyway, so I had to kind of, let her down easy, basically, telling her that I was not on the radio anymore. It hadn't been for about 3 years now. And so she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. Oh, whatever. Well, then to come to find out that she listened to me when I was on the radio at the country station, which was over 10 years ago. So yeah, so she wasn't really in tune with what was going on currently. But anyway, so I go to Walmart, get my stuff, come home, unload the groceries. I've said I don't really have cats, but cats seem to have me, if you will. We've got about, 6 or 7 that come around the house now. They all kind of, because I feed them. I'm an idiot. I started buying food and now they're never going to leave. So I trip over one of the cats while I'm trying to carry grocery. And I don't know about you, Smith, when you the little white plastic bags that the groceries are in, are you like everybody else? I mean, do you put like as many flipping bags on your fingers?
Oh, absolutely.
Trying to make as few trips in the house.
Yeah. But by the time I take them off, there are like marks all over my arm.
Yeah, so well, I don't put them all over my arms. I just use my fingers, so but I'm like, so I got, I don't know how many bags, as many as I can carry basically. And I'm walking and I don't see one darts. There's about 5 or 6 stairs to get to my house. One darts in front of me. So, I just barely glance and I kind of see it. And I hit him, or I stepped on him. I should say, at least a little bit. And then he kind of, and he darted off or whatever. So, but I'm trying to avoid stepping on him. So I kind of turn a little bit with all the groceries, well, crack. There goes the pasta sauce, the glass pasta jar. Fortunately, I was so lucky. Fortunately, it did not break all over the stairs. It broke in the bag. So it didn't like just shatter and, and get everywhere. It broke inside the bag, but I was still ticked off, so I'm, calling the cat a Corson dunker and, and all this other kind of stuff. So I do that. So I, go in, there's a few other canned goods and stuff in the bag. So it's covered in, pasta sauce and, wipe them off, wash them off, everything, all that kind of, put the stuff away. So then I go back and I'm checking on our events, what we're doing here at Billy Merritt Marketing. Then I make some, I'm a big, what do they call it? Meal. Dang it. Kevin tells me all the time. I'll meal prep. Yeah. I'm a big meal prepper. Now I don't eat very healthy. I know I should, but I make a lot of casseroles and pasta and, easy stuff, is what I call it. Easy stuff. So, but I'm cooking. So I'm trying to make meals for the week, so I can put them in plastic containers. It's easy. Microwave it. It's done. So I make 2 meals and then I eat breakfast while I'm at it. Then, after all the groceries away, I put all the food up, I put it in the fridge, everything's good to go. I go out. I go back to the computer, check on the work. Then I go back out. I mow the grass. Okay. Which I hate. I still do. I hate mowing the grass. We have to push more. If I had a rider, that's easy, but we got to push more. So I mow the grass and everything's, blah, 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 this and that and the other, do some more yard work, big fun. So doesn't that sound like just a fantastic Father's Day?
Sounds like an exciting day.
I know it's not, steak and Chicago PD or anything, but it was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
I just kept imagining you like animated as a cartoon trying to fight your way through these cats with all the groceries on your arms.
That probably would be a pretty good cartoon.
I think so.
But so needless to say, and by the way, whenever I mow the grass and I'm outside and whatever, I sweat really bad. I sweat very easily, kind of hot blooded or whatever. So, here in South Georgia, it gets hot. So my face gets all red, I get all beet red and, I'm all sweaty and hot. Come in, Brenda's like, she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "What?" And she's, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah. I'm hot." And she's like, "Gosh, you look like you're about ready to pass out." I'm like, looks to me like I need a Corson dunk. So I just, sit down, relax, sit in front of the fan, let it blow on me, and, try to cool off a little bit before I got in the shower, have a beer. Then I go back outside. One of the cats, and I was so ticked off about this. One of the cats, by the way, in between there, I fed the cats. Okay. One of the cats, they like to sit up on top of your car, right? I always have the cat prints, and I've never been picky about my cars being super clean or anything like that. I just haven't. So that I don't really care about that. But one of the cats threw up on the top of my car. Oh, I was pissed. Oh man, that was annoying, really annoying. So the cat threw up on the top of my car. So yeah, not a happy camper. And by that point, I was already exhausted and tired or whatever. I'm like, I'll get it tomorrow. so that's what I did. So I took it to the car wash the next day and sprayed it off and got it all that nasty crap off of it, whatever. But so yeah, that was pretty much my Father's Day, the 7-second version. Got up really early, did a little bit of work, got yapped at about radio at Walmart, bought groceries, unloaded groceries, broke some pasta sauce, cleaned that up, fed the cats. Cat threw up on my car, mowed the grass, did some yard work, and then passed out about 8:30. so that was my Father's Day. Fell asleep. I shouldn't say passed out because I wasn't like, Corson dunked and passed out. I was just exhausted from doing lots of physical labor that I don't normally do here in the climate control office here at Billy Merritt Marketing. So, all right. So let's move on to the classic rock revisit. I was talking to one of the guys that we work with, one of our ninjas, Ty, who is a much younger man than I am. Ty is he's 21. Guy's 21 years old, very bright young man, wants to go into investment. Help me here, dude. Investment planning. I like that.
Oh,
You give him his money, you give him your money, and he does the investment stuff for you. I don't know what you call it. Broker, investment broker. Is that it?
I believe broker would be the word.
So he wants to be an investment broker. He's almost done with college. And so he's working with us. In the meantime, great work ethic, sharp young guy. And he loves music. So him and I were talking about music the other day, and he's a huge Jimi Hendrix fan. And so we were talking about some of the concerts we had gone to and things like that. So I was talking about one of them because he loves Creedence Clearwater Revival too. And I think just about everybody does. If you don't like Creedence Clearwater Revival, I think you're kind of un-American. I think there's got to be at least one song, because they had so much music out there. There's got to be at least one song by CCR that you like. So John Fogerty, who was the lead singer, or at least was there for quite a while, and then they had their little spat and went their separate ways and couldn't get along. Typical rock and roll band. There's always some kind of inner issue going on. But so this kind of got brought up. So I said, well, John Fogerty, I went and saw him live because he asked me if I'd ever seen CCR. And I said, no, I never saw CCR, but I saw John Fogerty. And he goes, and who's he? Of course, young, and I said, well, he was the lead singer for CCR. And I said, so I saw him do some solo work. And he was like, oh, okay. So it brought up this topic for the Classic Rock Revisit for this week. 1985, Center Field is the album from John Fogerty. And this, everybody, if you don't know the actual name of the song, most people call it Put Me in Coach. That's what or the baseball song or whatever they call it like that. So yes, of course, Center Field, huge pop rock hit, for John Fogerty. But this album is really well-rounded. I mean, there's some really good stuff on here. And a lot of different genres too. That's why it was kind of surprising how well that it sold. Obviously a lot of people bought it because of Center Field, the title track. But I think when they bought it, a lot of people who liked that pop song, they bought it and were like, wait a minute, this isn't anything like I thought. Now, some people were probably disappointed, but if you like a lot of different types of music, and I know you do, Smith, you like a lot of different stuff. This thing, there are songs, I think there's 11 tracks on this thing. And there's a song called Big Train that sounds just like classic country. I mean, like a Johnny Cash song, kind of has that, that country, that really old country feel that's on there. There's a song on there called Vance Can't Dance. That is completely out of John Fogerty's norm. It's like a new wave sound. It's very synthy. I mean, it's very, very unusual for him. There's a song called My Toot Toot. Don't ask, but My Toot Toot, and it's a full blown. It's Cajun. It has that Cajun. What do they call that? The thing that the washboard. You play the washboard. Is that what it is that they play? Whatever that is, the thing that they put on themselves, then they play it like this, I don't know what it is.
Some sort of harp.
No, no, it's not a harp. It's like a washboard,
okay.
And they play, but Cajun music always has it in it. I don't know what you call it. If you know what it is, if you know what that's called, I want to call it the washboard, but I'm not sure of what it is. So if you know what that is, you can comment in. But so My Toot Toot has just a full blown like Cajun style. Then you have Rock and Roll Girls is on it, which is pretty straightforward rock. Did you find it?
I had to. That thing looks crazy, but I'm guessing it's something more like these.
Probably just Cajun music. No, it's not that. That's an actual old timey washboard. If you put Cajun musician washboard or something like that, it'll probably come up. But anyway, Rock and Roll Girls is on there. And then, of course, Center Field, the title track, is the big one. But my favorite song on the album is The Old Man Down the Road. That was the first single that was released. It's got such a cool riff and hook on it. Were you able to find it or no?
I think one of those may have been. I don't know. It's difficult for me to say.
Well, it would help if I would have gave him some info on the show, but I didn't. So he wasn't prepared. But although he had plenty of time to prepare for Father's Day. Yeah, see what that guy's wearing right there?
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I got to figure out where I'm at all the time. This guy right here, that thing. Yeah, it's like a washboard. Okay, so but it has that, and like in every kind of Cajun, Louisiana, that New Orleans, type stuff, they always have that in it. That type of sound, that Cajun sound is in it. So My Toot Toot has the Cajun sound in it. But anyway, my favorite song on the record is actually The Old Man Down the Road, which was the first single that came out. And if you're of my age and you remember watching the video on MTV, it was actually a pretty dang cool concept. The video was a very cool concept. It was a one-shot video. In other words, they take a camera and they actually follow it along, right? So that's not all these cutaways and edits and all this kind of stuff. So it was a one-shot video. What they did, he was kind of down like in like a swampy area. He wasn't in a swamp, but like in a swampy area, probably Louisiana or someplace like that. And so what he did was he took the guitar cord that that you plug in, that plugs into the amp, right? Yeah. Well, it was a really, really long cord, and it just kind of weaved and went through like trees and all kinds of stuff, went under a car. It was really cool. So the camera shot just followed the cord, okay. So the video, it was just, I don't know. It was unique. It was interesting, but I love the riff, the actual guitar riff. So are you familiar with that song, Smith?
I'm not. That sounds cool though.
I got to tell you, you'll dig it. It's a very cool rock riff. And when I say a rock riff, it is not, it's almost, it's almost bluesy or that, like swamp rock, if you know what I'm talking about. Kind of has that swampy sound, like almost like an Allman Brothers ish, type of thing. But it's just a cool rock riff. So anyway, check it out. And then that brought up a story when I was talking to Ty, that when I went to go see John Fogerty, it was actually the John and John tour. It was John Mellencamp and John Fogerty. And they were playing on the same tour, and it was a very, very good show. It was very good because they have so much music. And John Fogerty actually opened for John Mellencamp at the time. John Mellencamp was still on the charts and a much bigger star than John Fogerty was at the time. So John Fogerty opens, and so my favorite song of all time from John Fogerty is "The Old Man Down the Road." And it has that, that cool rock riff. So he plays, and it wasn't your typical opening band. It wasn't like he only played for 30 minutes. They were kind of like co-headliners, and so he played for quite a while because, of course, he's got all the CCR songs that he plays. So he's playing, blowing through all these CCR tunes. Everybody's singing and having a great time. It was up in Atlanta. It was an outdoor show. It was great weather. It was during the summer. It was hot. But it wasn't too hot, and we were underneath the cover, so we weren't in like the direct sun. So just really having a good time. So the crowd was an older crowd, obviously, with those two with those two musicians as the bands that were playing. So everybody's just having a good time. There's no fights, there was no arguments, no pushing and shoving and all that kind of stuff. We had seats, but so we're just enjoying the show. So everybody's having a great time, and I'm like, he's got to play "Old Man Down the Road." Got to play "Old Man Down the Road." He's got to play this. He's got to play this. So he's like, okay, well, here's our last song, blah, blah, blah. And he plays Traveling Band from CCR. Now that's a big CCR tune. And so the crowd, he goes into it and it has that, he starts singing almost right away in Traveling Band. So he starts singing. And so the crowd's singing along. Everybody's having a great time. And I'm just livid. I'm like, what? Because he said it was the last song. So I'm like, he's not going to play "Old Man Down the Road." What kind of crap? So I am just complaining, during the entire song of Traveling Band, which is only about, I think Traveling Band's like 2 minutes and 10 seconds or something like that. So it wasn't that long, but still, I think I was complaining the whole song. Just ticked off that he wasn't going to play "Old Man Down the Road." That was the song that I love the most and whatever. So we're there. So he's like, okay, thanks for coming out, enjoy the day, yada, yada, yada. And, at this time I'm just like, I'm like a little kid. I'm just pouting like, yeah, I can't believe he didn't play, "Oh Man Down the Road." So he goes off stage and everybody's like, well, you want to go get a beer or something? Might as well. I'm irritated. Uh-huh. So, cause we knew we had a break before John Mellencamp took over. So then all of a sudden he comes back out. And that's why I said he was kind of like a co-headliner. So he comes back out, and I'll be damned, he played "Old Man Down the Road." so that was his encore. And I'm just like, I'm like floating above everybody and just, so excited that he came back out and he played "Old Man Down the Road." So it really was a fantastic show, though. An excellent concert. John Mellencamp took over after that. John Mellencamp played for, gosh, it was not quite 2 hours. It was like an hour and 45 minutes, hour 50 minutes.
Goodness.
By the way, I think I'm keeping Smith up. He's behind the scenes there just yawning like a madman. He said, I had to get up early for the show today. It starts at 11.
I can't wait to take a nap.
I had to get up early. I didn't normally sleep till 11. I had to be here. Gosh, whatever. So anyway, check out the Classic Rock Revisit, John Fogerty Center Field. It is a really great album. And by the way, he is still touring. John Fogerty is still touring. John Mellencamp, I don't know if he still is, but I know Fogerty is. So if you get a chance to go see John Fogerty, really, really good show. Again, he was excellent live. And again, congratulations before we wrap up the show. Congratulations again to Chloe Merritt qualifying for the National Weightlifting Championships. Congratulations to Piper Arvidsson, who did a great job at her softball tournament. And if you got children who play sports, again, congratulations to you for making it through, because, man, it's tough. It is a tough life. So Smith, I'll give you put you on the spot here for just a second. So, make sure you're paying attention. Don't be yawning, when I pass it over to you. I'll give you, another opportunity. So anything that you want to add in today?
I think Robert Brooker is quite the Corson dog, because he keeps calling me Shane. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Wait, wasn't Shane a guy who messaged in?
Oh, Billy and Shane. Oh, yep. Look at how sleepy I am.
Look at there. See, Robert, I'll smack him upside the head for you.
That guy.
Yeah. See, there you go.
I'm the Corson dog.
And our producer Smith Corson dunk. Hey, thanks to Robert and my sister Barb, who said, yeah, cat puke Father's Day. Woo woo. That pretty much puts it in perspective. That was, Father's Day for me. It was cat puke Father's Day 2021. Working and cleaning up cat puke and just, lots of fun. Good stuff. But anyway, happy Father's Day late for all you fathers out there. And when I said that moms do most of the work, come on, I'm right, but you do deserve some credit. Obviously, dads are a big part of people's lives and an important part of people's lives. So make sure that you call your mom, call your dad, say hello, all that kind of good stuff. Keep in touch with them. As we get older and we get a little busier and things like that, you tend to kind of forget about certain things. But just remember that mom and dad, well, I don't know about dad, but certainly your mom. Remember, your mom changed your diapers. Okay. I mean, so there you go. So keep that in mind. They took care of you. No, but your mom and your dad took care of you. So thank your mom, thank your dad, give them a call, something like that. Also, don't forget, check it out. If you want to be a Corson dunker, Corson dunk, pater. I got to figure out the pronunciation of that. But you can check that out. Go to corsondonk.com. The website is right there in the comments. And thanks you guys for watching this week. If you're going to be drinking this weekend, make sure you're not driving this weekend or anytime. And again, congratulations to Joseph and Hannah, who are going to be getting married tomorrow. Wish you guys all the luck in the world. Go Cubs. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.